Okay, we're going to add what we call the particle poof, and what the particle poof does is once our pickup object, which already has a particle associated to it, once it is picked up, there's going to be an action that happens, and that's going to be this particular piece of the puzzle that's going to happen. Let me just play this really quickly so you can see that this coin has a particle associated to it, right? And then if I pick it up, oops, if Ms. L picks it up, the coin disappears. And so does the particle, right? So I look for the next one that's shining over there in front of me, and I go for it. So I'm going to stop that for a moment. Now in the text, I tell you to create a empty object and add a particle to it. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go game object, create empty. We'll even name it explode. And then over in the inspector window, we'll say add component, and we'll add the particle system. And those pink squares that you see are because there's no material associated with the particle. Very, very important that the material gets associated with the particle. And that is down in the renderer area. There's a little thing that says material. You need to associate a material with that particle. If you send me anything after this video that has that pink, I'm going to deduct points. Alright, so I've said my say. So now, I just want to show you something a little different. In the textbook, we would create this particle and then take the empty object and drag it to our prefabs, right? And then call upon it in the script. And what we're doing is we're creating a prefab, and then we are going to instantiate it. We're going to call upon it to do something. But guess what? I actually imported the standard assets into my project. So I'm going to use the prefab explode here. I don't even have to create it now. So let me go ahead and delete this one from my hierarchy. I'm deleting that. And I've opened up my standard assets, particle systems, prefabs, and I'm just going to take their explosion and set it out here just so we can see what happens. I'm going to click play, and there was an actual explosion that blew my character off of the terrain there, so I know there is an explosion. So that's kind of cool. So let me delete that one. And so I see here that we have an explosion prefab right there. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to open up my player script, and the first thing I need to do is to add the variables here. Below the count text and win text, we add the prefab variables. So I'm going to, for sake of time, I'm going to, sorry, people are walking in, waving at me. I'm going to copy and paste. So here's my prefab edition. And remember that public thing within the script that I was talking about in the character controller? Public will make an instance within the inspector window associated with the player script where I will add that particular object. Alright. Then I say locate other.gameObject set active to false. Now when it's, and I want you to look right here at this instantiate. You're going to instantiate, you're going to call on it. So that's what these little comments are telling you. So let me find that little other.gameObject set active false. Now what this does is it takes that pickup item and it makes it invisible. Doesn't remove it from the project or the game. Just makes it invisible, makes it false. You have true, visible, false, invisible. So it's telling me that right under here I need to add that other information. So let me see what I have. I'm going to set this explosion, and it's going to stop after 5 seconds. If it is something that continually does some kind of a particle thing, this will stop it after 5 seconds. You can change that number to 1, 2, 3. So what we did was we added the substantiated object. The object is called upon, this particular object, and it is set the transform.position, transform.rotation, and everything is set to this previous object that we're speaking of. So let's see if it works. First I'm going to hit Control S and save. Then I'm going to come over and we're going to play and see if this actually happens, folks. This will be so great if it does. It's like my 3rd time to make this video. Okay, let's see. Boom. I didn't see any explosion. Did you guys see one? And you know why? You got it. That's right. So let's go ahead and select our 3rd person. That's right. So you come down here and guess what? Explode prefab. We had nothing there. So let's add our explosion that we imported from the standard assets and see what happens now. So, there you go. That's adding something. Now, I'm not going to have a game that shoots my player every time they get a pickup item, so I'm going to fix that and work with that little piece of the puzzle and change that.